Godak News.
President Tinubu announces wage boost and social safety nets in Independence Day address. In a significant address commemorating Nigeria's 63rd Independence Day, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu unveiled a series of measures aimed at alleviating economic hardships and improving the welfare of Nigerian citizens.
We are introducing a provisional wage award increment to enhance the federal minimum wage without causing undue inflation. For the next 6 months, the average low-grade worker shall receive an additional 25,000 naira per month. To ensure better grassroots development, we set up an infrastructure support fund for states to invest in critical aid. States have already received funds to provide relief packages against the impact of rising food and other prices. Making the economy more robust by lowering transport costs shall be key. In this regard, we have opened a new chapter in public transportation through the development of cheaper, safer, compressed natural gas, CNG, bus.
One of the central announcements made by President Tinubu was a provisional wage increment, offering an additional N25,000 per month for the average low-grade worker over the next 6 months. This move, as outlined by the president, was reached in collaboration with labor, business, and stakeholders, with the goal of enhancing the federal minimum wage without causing undue inflation. President Tinubu emphasized his commitment to easing the financial burden on families and households following the removal of the fuel subsidy and the unification of exchange rates. He reassured citizens that his administration was actively implementing public sector reforms, fiscal and monetary policies to combat inflation, promote production, enhance security, and provide support to the impoverished and vulnerable segments of society. Notably, the president announced the expansion of cash transfer programs to an additional 15 million vulnerable households, commencing this month, as part of the extended social safety net. He also highlighted the establishment of an infrastructure support fund to encourage grassroots development in states and mitigate the impact of rising food prices. President Tinubu heralded a new era in public transportation, citing the deployment of cheaper and safer compressed natural gas (CNG) buses across the country. These buses are expected to operate at significantly reduced fuel prices, positively affecting transport fares. The president also mentioned plans to expedite the procurement of new CNG conversion kits and establish training facilities and workshops to empower transport operators and entrepreneurs. In addition to these measures, President Tinubu underscored the government's commitment to funding enterprises with substantial potential to boost employment and urban incomes. He also highlighted increased investment in micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises (MSMEs). Acknowledging the challenges posed by the ongoing reforms, particularly the end of the fuel subsidy, President Tinubu appealed for understanding from the citizenry, emphasizing that these reforms were essential to lead Nigeria toward prosperity and growth. He assured Nigerians that the reforms aim to ensure the equitable distribution of the nation's resources and alleviate hunger, poverty, and hardship. Regarding monetary policy, President Tinubu announced ongoing reforms at the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and the appointment of new leadership. He mentioned that a special investigator would soon present findings on past lapses and strategies to prevent their recurrence. The president emphasized that monetary policy would henceforth prioritize the welfare of all citizens, rather than serving the interests of the powerful and wealthy. Lastly, President Tinubu lauded the efforts of security forces and committed to enhancing inter-service collaboration and intelligence sharing. He tasked service chiefs with rebuilding the capacities of security services, acknowledging their dedication and gallantry. In his address, President Tinubu also extended gratitude to the National Assembly, the judiciary, civil society organizations, labor unions, and all citizens, affirming his respect for their valuable contributions to Nigeria's democracy.
Godak News.